What's up, Anchor and addicts, or whatever you want to call yourself? Uh, yeah, so this is an ad. I'm in the shower, but I just gotta say, I just made my first Anchor podcast. It was about a half an hour long, and Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. It was literally simple. I press a button, it turns on. Uh, Anchor gives you, everything you need in one place. Because you can do it right from your phone, or if you have a laptop or a computer or tablet that you could just do it from. The tools, they allow you to record and edit your podcasts. So, of course, you could add little snippets in there, or take out things that you didn't want in there. Um, but the good thing about it is they'll also distribute it for you, so you can be heard anywhere you want to, like on Spotify or Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. You can easily make money from your podcast too. Uh, and they tell you and walk you through all the steps. And the good thing is, you can download it now. Download it now, because I've heard this from Gary Vaynerchuk. I've heard this app going out there a long time, for about a year or two. That it's just easy. It's easy to use, and I know this ad is long, but I don't care. But you can download it now on. Go to Anchor.fm to get started. It's ANCHOR.FM to get started. Let me finish my shower, okay? Hey, how you doing? Awesome, I bet. Another day, I have to wait for another basketball game to start. But a great day that I'm able to go to bed, get some rest, wake up, not hurt worse than I did the day previously, but still be cautious. And so yesterday, I went to work like normal and just took everything for what it was worth at that time. Everything I had to move or pick up or everything like that. Sounds dumb, I know. And it might have taken me maybe just a tad bit longer than normal. But luckily, I am a pretty quick person with my hands. Like my hands are just quick and very high thought process. I don't know. Anyways, so I have no issues with that. So, but lifting everything, getting up and down, moving a box from one place to another, like even using a box's own weight to move itself instead of me having to pick it up or anything like that. Everything, all the above, all that stuff that helps. That's what I tried to do. Now, of course, I'm not successful at everything, and sometimes I had my moments last night where it was just not great. Like, it just felt like crap, and I had to stop, pause, take a deep breath, and just stretch, do what I have to do, and get back at it. Regardless of how I feel, I only have so many hours, so I have to think about that. And I'm thinking, okay, well, if I am a little bit faster than normal, I can slow down just a smidge, just to care more about my body, but not be a detriment to my job. You know what I mean? So, which is pretty much how I take it. I'm not gonna be like that the whole time. To be honest, it's kind of hard because I don't like having so much to do to begin with. Like, to be honest, like who would want to come to work to move boxes to put it to another place? No one really wants to do that, right? But that's what we have to do, right? Regardless. But if I could do something else, I mean, I would, and it wouldn't have to be so strenuous and being like this all the time. This is just my avenue. My avenue is, hey, I'm going to be working at Walmart until whenever, however long it is. Hopefully, I don't have to go on a leave of absence and be injured and be laid up in my house and not have a job, and then everything goes south, and then, you know, that stuff is real, and it can happen, and it can happen real fast. So I have to look at every avenue. It's kind of like, you know, why some like sports athletes have a really high IQ, and most people, they're like, oh, well, he's just smart, blah blah blah. You know, sports is really high self-awareness, right? So like, he doesn't just think about himself or herself. They think about every person around them and everything around them. So sometimes it's kind of like, let me describe this. It's kind of like throwing a pebble in the water, right? And watching the ripple effects, right? So you know where the ripple effects are going to go, right? So if you throw 2 pebbles, you know where those ripple effects are going to go, right? So basically, it's someone else threw a rock in the river. It doesn't matter who threw it. You know where the ripple is going to go once you start see it moving, right? It's just using the self-awareness of all angles and everything that's going on around you, being self-aware of everything. And that's how split decisions are made sometimes in that small amount of time for an athlete. And that's what, I don't know, maybe that's good for businessmen. I'm not sure, honestly, but I just know that really, really helps people with management and everything else, and getting things done on time. Like, regardless if your body can do it or not, like, your mind can still think, hey, this is what we need to do, and categorize and put everything in its department, and you know, that's just how it works. But I'm just glad I'm able to do that, at least. And then if I need to take the time out for a second, help myself, stretch, do whatever I need to do, and get back at it, because I have to think about every thing that might happen, right? So I have to think about, well, what if I do lose my job? Well, what if someone like comes to me one day and say, hey, I got a job, you want to do this? Or what if I find some other way of making money and I can actually do it at home? Maybe that might not happen, I don't know. I mean, I'm just throwing out things, but never know what can or cannot happen. But I kind of have to go at my own pace and make sure everything's balanced, right? Balance. And once you hit that balance, you start becoming more happier. I mean, even if your life sucks, I know, I get it. Things suck. Like, my body's still gonna hurt, right? But that doesn't mean I can't stay happy, right? Or try to make other people around me happy, regardless of how I'm feeling, right? It doesn't matter how I'm feeling, because what I can do for everyone else is the only thing that matters. For me, at least. But, yeah. Anyways, I gotta get going. Kind of late, so my fault. I'll talk to you later.